Hello friends, and welcome back to another video. So, like everyone else who's stuck in quarantine, I have developed an unhealthy obsession with watching bullet journal videos because they are A, aesthetically pleasing, and B, really beautiful and show off artistic talent that I myself don't have. But in interest of getting back into productivity, into being a better human being, into getting back on track with my life, I've decided to make a Plan With Me bullet journal video. So hi, my name is Katie and I make videos about writing and productivity and the problems that I struggle with on a daily basis. So I don't really have a bullet journal system. I don't really follow like the bullet journal system, and I'm certainly not a person who considers himself a part of the bullet journal community that is thriving on YouTube. For myself personally, I mostly use this journal. This is an Exceed journal. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the specs are on it. You can get it at Walmart. But this is the only one that I have that is dotted in the way that it is. Use it like a to-do list, but most of the pages are already filled out. So I only have like this much left of my bullet journal of this current journal. So I decided to make myself a nice fancier, nicer bullet journal. We'll see how that goes. I've tried this multiple times. Now that I'm putting it on the internet, I feel like I should probably be accountable. So I picked up a notebook that I already had. Quite dirty, actually. Please excuse that. I'm not going to show you what it looks like on the outside. It is just a moleskin notebook. I don't know what the specs on this are. It looks almost identical to this one. It's just in a little different. It's a little smaller, and well, it doesn't look very different, but trust me, they feel a little different. This one's smoother. Obviously, probably nicer made. I chose August to start doing the bullet journaling because August is when I go back to school, and I should probably get my shit together when we go back to school. If we go back to school. I don't know if we will. Alright, so let's get started here. I used 3 pens, a black pen, a blue highlighter, and a green pen. I don't have specs on this. I'm sorry, I don't know what they are. This is my old bullet journal. As I said, it's mostly filled up, and I'm going to continue to use it for July, but then I'll move over to the other one. I also considered doing this on my iPad in an app called Notability, but unfortunately I tried to do this in June and ended up not using it at all, so it was a waste of time. So I decided to go back to good old pen and paper. So this is my current bullet journal that I'm going to be using. As I said, it is a moleskin. I'm going to be flipping open to the page that I'm going to, and let's get started with a cover page. I picked green and blue and black, mostly because those are the colors that I most associate with August. I know they're not the most conventional color palette, but again, I do not have many pens, mostly because I threw out a bunch because I was trying to be a minimalist. That does not work out. I just drew some little suns, little pictogram suns. I know they're terrible. I probably had to tell you what they are because they're so horrendous. I also drew some waves, apparently, because you know, August, sun, waves, kind of makes sense. I labeled it as 2020 so I never forget this horrible year and the August that it has, so hopefully August is better. So now I'm just starting off with the important dates in August, just so I don't forget. I have Bear's Gotcha Day, which is the 4th. We have had him for 3 years now. He turned 4 in April, in case you were wondering. A couple of other birthdays, a hairdresser's appointment, and a couple of other important days, including the first day that I go back to university. Am I counting down the days to it? Yes, I am. I love school. Anyway. Totally not the point. So now I'm just writing down my schedule. I do this to ensure that I have the correct times for everything, and that if I'm asked to do something on certain days, I can just flip and refer to my journal, which I carry in my bag at all times. This is where I keep all of the information that I need to know. It's just easier that way. And since I don't have my schedule memorized, this is the best we got. I have 3 in-person classes this semester: playwriting, German, and ethnic American literature. I have 1 online class as well, which obviously isn't on there because it's on whenever. So flipping over to the next page, I'm going to make a habit tracker. Yes, I will warn you, it is not very aesthetically pleasing, but it will do the job. Also, forgive me for some of these horrendous angles. I was trying to make it easier for you to see, but obviously it's kind of difficult because I am left-handed and also terrible at filmmaking. Well, this is the first time I've ever done an overhead shot, so please forgive me for my newbie status. Thank you. So I'm tracking writing, meditation, and working out, and I just did these little boxes around them so I can highlight them if I did that for that day. My hand was cramping because I haven't written things in a while. I also pressed down way too hard on the paper and will grip it way too tight, so I'm terrible in that way. So again, thank you so much for watching this little plan with me, even though I am not very creative when it comes to art. This is just kind of to show you don't have to be great at art to make a bullet journal and kind of have fun with it. I had a lot of fun making this, besides the fact that my hand hurt, but I digress. I digress anyway. But yeah, it was super fun, and I definitely recommend it, and finding a thing that works for you. Like, I make these, like, weird squiggles, and they may look like squiggles, but I ended up trying to turn them into vines with, like, little leaves. It wasn't great, but, you know, you live and you learn, you try again, you try your art. No one's gonna be looking at this except for me, and now whoever watches this video, but that's besides the point. My next page is my video ideas. I didn't actually fill this section out because I don't know what videos I'm going to film for those days, and I made an idea dump place. The other side is just the stories I read and watched with the date, title, and rating that I gave whatever I watched. On the next page, I did goals. I filled this out later and filmed the video, which you will see next Thursday. And then I decided to make a little quote because I was going to go into my to-do list next, but I didn't want to leave like a blank page. And it says, "Remember, you can be a good person with a kind heart and still tell people to fuck off when needed." I would like to live by this. I don't know, it's just kind of a good thing to remind yourself that you can take care of yourself and say no. It's a quote I found on Pinterest because, you know, I'm lame, but you know. And then this is the only thing that I really carry through all of my bullet journals, is making the days, and then I will write down the tasks that I have that day with little boxes so I can check them off whenever I do it. Oh, and then I put my music playlist. I have playlists for every month and all of my projects. My Spotify is always linked in the description if you ever want to check it out. So this is a final flip through. There's August with my terrible suns and weird waves, my important dates and fall schedule, my music playlist, my daily goals page with my fun little vines there, then my goals, which I had filled out by this point, and my little quote that I have really been enjoying looking at. I was going to make it my lock screen, but it might be offensive if someone sees it. And then the first 2 days of my to-do list, and we're done. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kind of weird little video of me trying to do some art and be a little more accountable and productive in my life, because we're all trying to be a little bit more productive. If you really like my content, please consider hitting the subscribe button down below. Pressing that puts every single video that I put in your feed, and you can watch if you so choose to. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my rambling face as always, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!